Somebody else want to give a report, a testimony of what the Lord's done? Okay. We're not going to get you to give a whole thing. Just give it like a mini, because they were counting you out again. Right?
First of all, I want to thank everybody for keeping me in my prayers during October and November, and all the visits and the cards and the love. Just, it kept me going from one day to the next. I went in October 1st. They thought I had a major stroke. They don't know how I managed to work for the 2 months prior, but I had no muscles in both of my lower legs were gone. My nerves were shot, and it was toxic poisoning from a seizure medication. But and I was told I wouldn't walk again by a neurologist 6 days later, who came in and said, you have peripheral neuropathy, you have trigeal neuralgia, you have all these neuropathies. And I said, well, give it to me straight. What's my future? God's on my side. He'll look after me. You're never going to walk again, but I'm proven wrong. I can walk in my kitchen now without nothing. I get around my kitchen. It's not real big, but I can also use a 4-prong cane. But I say the love from this church and my church family got me through the holidays. It got me through everything, and it's kept me going. And I'm writing a book on it, so I'm not telling too much, but I can tell you, Holy Spirit was with me in my weakest hour. I went 16 days without eating because I went on a hunger strike, stuck in the corner of a kitchen of a stroke unit because there was no beds. I was in there for 30 days with a elderly man, a veteran, 101 years old, who served our country twice. They wanted to give me a bed because I was complaining, and I said, no, I'm not leaving this kitchen till he gets a room. And I refused to go. So every night I put that sheet over my head and I cried myself to sleep. And I said, God, why are you putting me here? And after a couple of weeks, it came to me and realized, because if you weren't here, you wouldn't know how bad it was. And then I kept hearing, they're praying for our healthcare system, Kathy. They're praying for you at church. Pastor Brian paid for you twice this week during prayer week. And my spirit just started to get stronger and stronger. And then one day, Lynn's friend Diane, who I worked with years ago, came to visit me at the hospital. And they wanted to take me down and test my legs. And I told Diane, I said, don't leave, Diane. I want you to film this for my church family. So I was sitting there in a wheelchair, and they tried to get me up to walk. And they said, Kathy, you want to sing that 500-mile song we always sing? And I said, no. I've been hearing music. I'm going to sing the song that God's been singing to me. So I stood up, and I'm going to give that video to you one day. And Diane filmed it all. And I started walking with a walker, which I was never supposed to do. And I was singing, you are perfect as you are. You are perfect as you are. So don't hesitate. God doesn't make mistakes. You are perfect as you are.
Excellent. Let's say, wow.